Hi guys. So I'm always talking about people who they're angry and they're upset and everything else, and just let me know if this is something you're interested in. I've got a bunch of books that I've purchased over the last few months that I've had every intention to go through and read and be a part of, and I would like to share them with you. If that's something you're interested, let me know, and maybe I'll just set up a whole another YouTube or TikTok or Facebook group or something, and then that way maybe we could all work through them all together, and maybe we can make things better for each other, right? Sorry, my puppy's trying to get into the back. Here we go, hon. So the first book that I had is called 52 Weeks to Better Mental Health. $3, folks, at Barnes & Noble. It was only $3. If you have a Barnes & Noble near you, by all means, they're on sale right now. Pick up your own book, and then maybe we could just do a little book club on it. That would be kind of cool. I'm not a licensed therapist or anything. I did have a BA in psychology and social behavior with a minor in education theory, so I know that sometimes you got to read it, see it, touch it. There's two others. Tactile, video, audio. Sometimes you got to do a combo of both. I don't remember what the other two are, so I'm sorry about it. Okay, and the author is Tina B. Tassina, PhD and LMFT. It's a guided workbook for self-exploration and growth. So, as you can see, my timing out here is kind of limited. So let's see what we can get through when we can, okay? So we all have leftovers from the past, old problems, hurts, and memories that can trouble us on an ongoing basis. Everyone also has an internal dialogue that often includes hurtful words and beliefs from our past that we unconsciously retained because they were painful or concerning. These harsh phrases tend to run on a loop just below our awareness. Whether the mental leftovers come from childhood, a destructive relationship, or a negative work environment, you don't have to live with them. You can learn to replace them with internal dialogue that is encouraging rather than discouraging, motivating rather than destructive, and healing rather than upsetting. To do that, you need to become aware of the hidden inner dialogue you have with yourself. And these next few weeks are designed to help you do just that. So I was thinking that maybe we'll just do it on a weekly basis. I want to say that today is Wednesday. So maybe we can just do it every Wednesday. You can look for a new video that's going to come up and say, hey, it's time for us to work on our 52 weeks. And then that way we have something to do every 52 weeks for on Wednesdays. How does that sound? I'm excited. Because then I get to work through it too, and I can actually do something that I had on my to-do list. I can check one thing off. Check. Okay, so the first exercise is meet yourself. Use the selfie option on your phone's camera or a mirror to take a look at yourself, say hello, and smile. What are your thoughts about you when you see yourself? I mean, since we're on the video, we can do a real quick list on not looking at yourself, or you can look at your phone, take a minute, look at yourself. And what are your thoughts? You can even pause the video. How's that? That way we don't have to all sit in silence, like awkward. All right, so if the thoughts are critical, can you turn them around to be more positive? Like my nose. I'm going to tell you all about my nose. I have actually needed to get my nose replaced for at least a good 6, 7, even more years now. I've had it broken twice. And each time it just kind of fell apart even more. I had one doctor say that internally and externally has to be fixed. So I went to a couple doctors, and they thought my issue was because my nose are just so narrow. As you can see, they kind of go to the side. But actuality, the bridge inside has been damaged, and so it's actually closing back in here, and it has nothing to do with my nostrils. So it's like, hello, I just need to get a different doctor on that one. And then, of course, to have a plastic surgeon go ahead and do the job requires me to go under, and because I was having some heart issues at the time, it's all still an ongoing process, but because I was having issues at the time, I can't really go under the knife right now, so it's something that's going to be scheduled later down the road so I can get to breathing again. But anywho, the reason why I even brought up was my nose was because I often feel like my nose looks like Bert from Bert and Ernie, the Sesame Street Muppets. And I even told one of the plastic surgeons that, and she says, "Oh my gosh, I've never had someone come in and describe themselves as a Sesame Street character." Well, here I am. Anywho, that's what. So when I look at myself, I see Bert from Bert and Ernie. Well, I mean, I have an oval face, and my nose is kind of big and oval like his is. So that's what I would say about myself. So, I guess the way that I can be more positive about that is at least I can still breathe, right? At least I can hold my glasses up on my nose. They do slip sometimes, but that's because it's so narrow at the top of Bert's nose, so whatever. I guess that could be turned into a positive, right? All right. You can pause the video and maybe write some positive things about the things that you might have said that were not so great. And if you did say positive things about yourself, that is wonderful. Congratulations. That's the hardest part sometimes for some people. And eventually those people who are speaking a little more negative about yourself, you'll get there. I promise you, you will get there. It just all takes time. You didn't come this way overnight. It didn't happen to you in like 5 minutes, right? It took time over time in order for you to learn the negative things. So it's going to take some time to get back to positive again. So the next question in the book is, how can you be a better friend to yourself? You can pause the video and you can go ahead and write that down, even on just a sheet of paper. Like if your friend came up to you, or if I told you, oh my gosh, my nose is like this and this, or, you know, even my ears are a little bit uncentered, and sometimes I notice that my glasses will kind of go higher on one side than the other. And what would you tell your friend? What if I came and told you that? What would you say to me? You want to pretend like your friend is, the person, if you wanted to be a better friend to yourself, be a better friend to an imaginary person that is yourself, if that makes any sense. And tell that person, what is it that you can say to that person that will just make it better, and maybe you can even laugh about it a little bit. I know there's some situations that are a little bit harder than others, and I'm not trying to discount or diminish that, because it's like all of our pain is real, right? I used to tell, when I was in therapy, I was telling the therapist, you know, my problems are so minor in comparison to other people's problems, and she told me, your feelings matter. Your problems are just as valid for you, and they do matter, and your feelings are real. Those are your feelings. You shouldn't have to compare them to other people, because, you know, we all have our set of problems that we come with. So just know that your feelings are valid. It's okay to feel the way that you feel about them. It's okay to feel the way that you feel about yourself and the way that you look, or, you know, when you look at yourself in the mirror, if you're going deeper than just surface. You know, it's okay to feel the way about yourself, but say something nice too. There's always something nice that can be said. There's a quote at the top, and it says, what lies behind us and what lies ahead of us are tiny matters compared to what lives within us. And that was by Henry David Thoreau, or Thoreau. All right, last question. Write some positive things that you can say about yourself. Set a reminder on your phone to remind you to say something nice to yourself every hour. If you can do this consistently for this week and then keep it going on a timeline that suits you, you'll develop a healthy habit that will enhance your well-being. Yay! And if you guys want to share that down in the comments or something, maybe we can go ahead and support one another. What do you think about that? All right, folks, thanks for being here, and make it a great day, huh? Take care.